Hey guys, so I apologize. The lighting is probably ridiculous, and I think my light might be blurring out, half my facial features. So I may scooch away from the camera every once in a while, but finding a closed off area in my house so that you don't hear Peppa Pig and screaming banshees is a bit difficult at times. So I'm in the basement and lighting isn't so great down here. So we're going to try it out and see. I may move before my last video. We'll see. But for those of you that don't know me, I am Bethany Stagg. You may know me as Bethany Simpson Stagg. I am a wife of an amazing husband that does mental health therapy like I do on a daily basis, but he is also in the Air Force Reserves and just came back from a 7-month deployment back in August. So he's a busy man. And we have 4 children, 12, 9, 6, and 1.5. So we are busy. We are ending soccer and beginning basketball, so always something going on. But I am really excited. This is my first coaching glimpse group that I've done on my own, and I'm not really on my own. I have some core people from my team that are joining me tonight to help share information with you all about coaching and what we do and why we do it. Hey, Casey. So I wanted to pop in first, and I'm going to share just a little bit about what made me join as a coach, why I've stayed a coach for as long as I have, what benefits I see to it, and why I am working so darn hard at building an empire of people around me to increase our reach in changing lives. So I have been a coach for a little over 5 years. It was 5 years in July. I started out, I was running, and I was getting injured, and I kept seeing this crazy girl named Amanda that was posting all these things about nutritional guidance and workouts, and I was like, what is that? And I thought, well, if I'm going to keep getting injured running, maybe I should try something else too. So I messaged her, barely knew her, met her at a random sorority reunion. We didn't even go to college at the same time. And so she sent me some Shakeology. That's what I started with. I started with Shakeology before I started with the workouts. 10 days of that, and I was hooked. And my husband was like, I want to try it too. So we started with P90X3 as our workout, which is still one of our all-time favorites. Love us some Tony Horton. So I started out as just a normal participant in a group, doing the Shakeology and doing a workout. And then I decided I wanted to try some more product. And Amanda simply said, have you ever thought about doing what I do as a coach? I mean, you could get a discount. That's the first thing I heard. And so I'm one of those crazy people that it took me a day or so, but I said, hey, Jay, what do you think? He said, yeah, that sounds awesome. And I just signed up without telling her. And then I was like, hey, I signed up as a coach. One of those impulsive people, which I'm usually not. I like my lists and my highlighters. So I signed up. I had no idea what it was. I didn't know that you could make money. I didn't know that you could build a team and help people change their lives. I had no clue about any of that. I just knew I could get a discount, and these groups were fun, and I loved the products that I was using. So I was like, let's go. So I jumped in with Amanda head first and started to see that using the products myself and doing the programs myself was making a difference for me. And Connor, who's 6 now, he wasn't even 1 when I started. And so he was my 3rd child, and I knew it was difficult to get into any sort of shape, and I always wanted to be strong. I always wanted to be one of those ladies that had the toned muscles and stuff, and I wasn't getting that with just running. And so I was seeing definition and change, and Jay jumped in with me without me having to, bop him over the head. It took him maybe 6 months of watching what I was doing, and then he decided he wanted to join. So I saw that there was this kind of domino effect of, I'm doing this for me and I'm changing for me, but other people around me are noticing and they want in on it too. And that's kind of what coaching really is. People will say, I don't want to do sales. I don't want to have to post all the time. I don't want to do all this stuff. And I get that. That was my mentality at first too. But I've stayed a coach for over 5 years, and I'm dedicated to being a coach for as long as I'm able to be a coach, forever. Because you're changing lives by changing your own. It's as simple as that. It's not sales. It's like if you found a gym that was really great and had a good workout class and you shared it with your friend and then they paid to go to the workout class, the only difference is you're getting some of that pay because you're going to help them figure out what program is best for you or what products are good for you. So it's not sales, it's helping. And that sounds silly and cheesy because you're just saying that because you're a coach, but it's the truth. Because if you're using the products and showing what it is truly doing for your life and that it can change someone else's, that's what you're doing. As a coach, you are just helping other people change their lives by changing your own. So I feel like it's pretty simple. I feel like people overthink it and get scared of it because they don't know about it. And so, I've been a coach for over 5 years because it's just that simple. And I know that I like to take care of myself. And I can't explain to you in words the feeling you get right here when someone's asking you to help them and you can. Like that, there's no words for that. Knowing that you have this arsenal in your hands that you've been using for yourself and somebody's like, help me, and you're like, you know what, I can. That's pretty magical to me. So those are reasons that I've stayed a coach for so long. And it's also a business, and I know people don't like to talk about that, but it's the truth. I mean, you're taking some time. I work full time. I teach 4 classes a week. We have 3 kids involved in sports. I do not skimp on my family time. I spend time with my family. I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything doing coaching. I don't feel like it takes time away from my family. My family knows what I'm doing. They know what our goals are, and they are good with me stepping away to do this, or to be on a team call every other week, or to do other things with my coaches, or to invite people to join what I'm doing. They are okay with that because they know what I'm doing and they believe in what I'm doing because they've watched it for so long. So I'm not missing out on anything. It's not taking over my life. It's just a very fulfilling part of my life that I get to do. So that's why it's been able to be sustained for 5 years. People think I'm some magical unicorn. I'm not. I mean, I got makeup on right now, but usually this is not the case right now. I would be in bed probably watching Peppa or something. So it's doable, and there's a business aspect of it because you're spending some time helping someone. You would expect to pay a personal trainer. Why in the heck wouldn't you think you should get something too if you're taking time out of your day and your schedule to help somebody find something that's going to change their life? You wouldn't expect someone else not to get paid. So why would you think that it's any different for you if you're doing something similar? And so, I'm not making millions and millions of dollars, but I've been able to help enough people and grow enough as a team thus far that, when my husband was in Texas for Air Force basic training and tech school, I could pay for my plane tickets to go visit him. I could pay for hey Melissa, I could pay for my rental car. I could pay for my lodging. Those are things like, my sons, they like really expensive shoes. Luckily, I don't have to pay for those all the time. Their grandparents are very good about that. But for Christmas, there's certain ones they want. And I know that I can make enough to do that, to free up the noose of finances that is Christmas. I mean, Christmas is Christmas. And we can say we're going to skimp or we're going to rein it back in this year. But when you got kids and you love Christmas, we love Christmas in our house. You go for Christmas, right? So those are things that this being a coach that has benefited me also is the business aspect of it. And people think it's taboo to talk about, but it's the real deal. And the fact that you can do something like that, earn that income by simply changing your life and helping other people do the same thing. I don't know that there's a cooler thing to do. I really don't. I have zero idea if there's a cooler thing to do as a job than be a coach. I really don't. So I wanted to invite you guys to join us and just listen. Ask questions, please. That's what we're here for. I have a really good group of 3 other ladies that are going to share bits and pieces of their story with you, why they coach, and how it fits and how it benefits them, because they may speak to you in a way that I can't. and I feel like it's a disservice of me if I don't share with you some of the people that I get to personally grow from. So 3 ladies, Casey Wallace, Trina Kearns, and Amanda Stucker, all very tight-knit, very close friends of mine, because I wouldn't want to bring anybody in here that I don't personally know. And before I close it out, and checking my time because I'm trying to stay on time, before I close it out and let Casey share her heart with you, one thing I want to share, and you'll pick it up through every video that you see, because I've seen Trina and Amanda's. I have not seen Casey's, but I know Casey well enough to know that it's going to be the same. The difference in my team that I've noticed is the genuineness. That's why you see the cover picture in this group, and the 3 pillar words that I'm using for the empire that I'm building around me is dedication, genuineness, and confidence. Because if you have dedication and you have a genuine heart, confidence will come. There's no question. If you don't have it yet, it will be there when you surround yourself with who I do. So I'm going to log off on this video. I will come back in at the end, probably around 9ish, and share just a little closure from our group, and let the other ladies share their hearts with you here in a second. So if you have questions, please post them or please message me. Don't leave this group with things that you feel like were unanswered. That's what we're here for. So up next is Casey Wallace. She is our grand leader. She is the person we all learn from and aspire to be like, because she's probably the coolest person I know. And she's like the super nicest person I've ever met. So I'm happy and honored that she was willing to jump in here with me. So she is next, and I look forward to you guys getting to hear what she has to say.